So I was recently tempted to start working for an iGame organization, and I decided that my integrity and my own morals, I think, were more valuable than the money they offered. And I wanted to talk a bit about that today, because not as many people would put their morals and ethics and integrity before money today, which is, I think it's a massive problem, because there are only a few things on this planet that you cannot buy with money. It is loyalty, it is trust, and it is integrity, and like good, valuable, high-end integrity. Not the fucking cheap integrity, not just, if you pay me X amount, I'll do whatever. It's like, you go on the street and there's this random fucking person with a microphone that's interviewing everybody, and that goes, "Hey, let me ask you a question. Would you sleep with this super obese, mega fat chick that just reeks, and she's homeless, for $1 million? And if you say yes, you have no integrity. It's like, would you suck pee-pee? You're a man. Would you suck pee-pee for $1 million? It's like, no. It's like, my integrity and my peace of mind are more valuable than any of the money you can fucking pile on in front of me. Like, it doesn't matter. And so people would go like, yeah, I would do it. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Bruv, I don't understand. Like, how people are so easily swayed by just a little bit of cash. It's so sad, bro. Like, so talking about the gambling organization. So basically, one of my good friends, he told me like, oh yeah, one of my previous managers, he's looking for somebody to help him out with his website and manage the content on there. And I was like, okay, interesting. And the advert looked like a mobile store phone game. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really enjoy video games, but I guess it's not that bad. So I'll look into it. I kind of chat with the guy, and apparently it is not a video game website. Well, it's a type of video game, but it is not like a video game, like a regular video game you'd find on an iPhone like app store. It is a gambling website that is evading the government's surveillance and has to change domains like every couple weeks or couple months or so, just to make sure they don't get caught. So I heard that the first time and I was like, wait. So what you're doing is illegal. In a way, it is illegal. And he said, oh yeah, sometimes we get DDoS attacks and that kind of stuff, but you know, it comes with the job. Like, we make good money. It's like, all right. So I thought about it and I was like, wait. How much am I getting paid? And he said some fixed amount per month. And I was like, okay, interesting. And then when I was on a call with him, he said like, oh yeah, I would prefer if we went on a trial period before we actually talked about the set fee. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? And he said like, how much do you charge hourly? I'm willing to pay you hourly first, so that way we can see how the relationship goes. And I was like, bruv, how much are you gonna be paying me hourly? Like, do you have like a set budget? Do you have an amount? And he said like, oh yeah, $18 an hour. $18 an hour for the kind of work I'm providing. I'm basically getting paid as much as a fucking janitor. It's like, well, no, bruv. The average wage on an hourly basis of the type of job he was asking for is upwards of $35 an hour to $50 an hour for the people who have the highest amount of skill. So I was like, wait a minute. I'm a proven person. I've been working on my skills for the past 4 years. I know what the fuck I'm doing. He said like, oh yeah, but you don't know the industry and da-da-da, and I don't know if you've ever done SEO. And I was like, that doesn't matter. Like, you pay me $18 an hour. Do you think I'm gonna be doing some slave labor or something? Like, what the fuck you want? Like, what do you mean, bruv? Like, that's not how this works. So this is a great lesson to take out of this for people who want to start their own business. Do not hire somebody for cheap. Hire somebody, give them a bit more. Give them what they fucking are owed. Have a fucking backbone and say like, hey, I know this is how much it costs. I know I'm ready to pay this amount. I would prefer if we got to an understanding and we could negotiate together so that we get a good deal out of this together. I'm willing to go up to this amount, and if you want, I'm willing to go that far. And in that case, I would have been like, it would have been harder for me to say no. But like in that case, like I'm getting paid fuck all. Of course I'm gonna say no. Like I'm gonna say no, because it's not only the fact that he disrespected me with the amount he said, oh, we have a budget. It's also the fact that once I heard they were doing a bunch of illegal shit and they was actually gambling, I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, I think I'll choose my peace of mind over helping out an offshore gambling page to make millions of dollars by extorting people and rigging the games. I think I'm good. I think I'm good off of that. I wouldn't feel great if I did that, I don't think. It wouldn't sit right with me. I have a really deep sense of right and wrong and justice, so doing that kind of stuff would have just not been the kind of person I would have enjoyed being. I think that is like an extremely good lesson for people to learn at a young age, is right and wrong and a sense of justice. I personally do truly believe that what goes around comes around. So if you fuck someone over, you're gonna get fucked over by the universe sooner or later. Something's gonna happen because you didn't respect cause and effect. You didn't put out positive energy in the world. So if you put out negative energy in the world, you're just going to get negative energy in return. And this is the exact same thing if you keep having negative self-talk or positive self-talk. If you have negative self-talk all the time, well, the only thing you're going to think about is negative things, negative emotions, negative thoughts. So obviously, you're going to feel negative. You're going to feel like shit. Because if you think like, oh, this is so bad, I'm such in a bad spot, and you're complaining and you're bitching and moaning and whinging, of course nothing's going to fucking happen. Nobody's going to come down from the fucking clouds and save you, give you whatever you want. You need to fucking take your life in your hands and say, okay, what can I do about this? And if I cannot do anything, why do I care? Why do I care? I had the same belief when I started my self-improvement journey at the very beginning. Some people would say like, yeah, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's gonna buy you that luxury car. Nobody's gonna get you a girlfriend. Nobody's gonna get you a fiance, a wife, a fucking family. Nobody's gonna get you kids for you. You have to go and get that yourself, you know? Any amount of money, same thing. Literally anything you can fucking put on the table, physically or mentally, you need to go get it yourself if you want it. So And that's the same for positive self-talk. So you've got negative self-talk on one hand, and you've got positive self-talk on the other. And if you only focus on positive self-talk, well, you can only have good days. You can only say, you can only say, bruv, the sun's shining, I'm jacked, I feel great, I'm hydrated, I'm working on my purpose, I've got food in the fridge, I've got people that are there to support me, I've got a family, I've got people relying on me, and I've got a purpose, and I've got brotherhood. I've got people by my side that are pushing towards their fucking goals and dreams as well, and I have a sense of community. If you only focus on the good, you can only see the good then. By only addressing the good things, you can never have a bad day. It is very hard to have a bad day when you're only focusing on the good things. Like, even if I get injured in the gym, like, or some fucking bullshit. Like, a couple of days ago when I was sleeping over at my family's house, there was no more bedrooms available, so I had to sleep on the couch. And so what I had not planned for is that I had never really slept on that kind of couch before. So I slept on the armrest, put my head on there, and I woke up and my neck just felt like shit, like utter shit. And so I learned my lesson. I would rather sleep on the floor than the couch now. Because the floor at least is fucking flat. If you know what I mean. If you already slept on the floor once, you know what I'm talking about. So the fact that I feel like shit just because my neck's sore doesn't mean I have to feel like shit and be shitty to other people throughout the entire day. I can just focus on the good and then don't really think about this anymore. So that way my day just feels better. Because when you're having good days 24/7 all the time, I don't think anything bad can happen. Imagine somebody dies and you're like, oh, that's a bit shit. But it's like, what is the point of sulking, of fucking weeping, of fucking being sad and crying? Like, it's not gonna help anyone. So just get back to work. I heard this story of this guy who said, one day, the day my father died, I wasn't really sad, and I was busy. So I decided to prioritize work over going to see my father's burial. And he said, I think my father would have been proud of me for simply taking that decision, because my business and what I'm creating right now is more important than just to go see a funeral. Because you can always go pay your respects at any time. The tombstone is not going to move. So you have to think about that for yourself. And if you're only focused on the positive and you always delete the negative out of your life, or mitigate it to as much as you can, then only good things can happen to you. It's like, for instance, imagine you've been working on your skills and your business for the past 4 years. Nothing really good has happened. Like, a few things, decent. You've improved your skills, you've gained experience, you've become better at running all of the different skills that you have. You've become a more network connected individual in terms of network, and you've got a lot of tools at your disposal. You know what to do, you know how to do stuff. Now, the only thing that matters is pushing your limits to get those new opportunities. Because like, imagine someone, you've got two people. One person is extremely good, righteous, and true, and works on himself all day, all the time, doesn't take a day off, and is constantly improving his skills and talking to people and showing up and being there. And the other one is just like, kind of doing this, kind of doing that, takes days off, eats shit food, feels tired sometimes, doesn't really take care of his health, focuses on business, but like when he doesn't feel like it, he just doesn't do it. Who do you think is going to have better opportunities presented to them? One or the other. The first guy, super righteous, super hardworking, or the guy who's like, I'll just work whenever I feel like it. When you actually think about it, it is extremely simple. You can put everything in simple terms all the time. Since we are men, we are able to look at logic because we have emotional intelligence. We don't need to always be in our feelings, schmeelings. We can take some time and think about it logically and rationally in cause and effect. Would this benefit me in the long run more than this other thing? Would this be more of a good idea to do now or later? Would this be better to get done right now or do something else instead? And then we can prioritize. We can put something in order. We can create hierarchies. We can create lists of priorities. We can create a lot of different things by simply just thinking about them. And then if you just focus on the positive things, then nothing bad can happen. If you're always improving, tell me, if you're always improving, what can go wrong? Please tell me. Please go in the comments and feel free to let me know. By focusing on the positive things, what can go wrong? I doubt you'll find an answer to that question, because there is none. So I want everybody today to take some time and think about everything that you're grateful for, everything that you're in your life that is helpful, that is great, that is beautiful, that is amazing. And I want you to take some time and just be grateful for that. Just like close your eyes, just think about it. Be like, and do that until you get a smile on your face. You cannot resist the smile anymore. Just do that. It sounds cringe. I don't care. It is the power within you, like the emotional power within you that you can use to your advantage to summon what's positive out of your own life, summon energy out of it. Like, imagine, just look at yourself in the mirror. If you've been working on your body for the past couple of years, you are most likely in really good shape. So you can look at yourself in the mirror and you can be like, oh yeah, I did something. Oh yeah, I put in the work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Same thing with business. How much money have you made? Look at the bank accounts. Look at the skills you've developed. Look at the resources you've had. Look at the people you've met. Look at everything. You'll be able to see literally everything that is good about your life. What are you grateful for? The people, family members, friends, connections, business partners, money you've made so far, the jobs you've worked, the opportunities you were presented with. And just think about that for a second, because you can think about everything that you've had, but you can also think about everything that you're going to have. Those are the two things you can summon energy from and push yourself to actually get something done. If you feel tired right now and you're watching this video and you're like, yeah, I thought I was going to watch this video because I felt tired and I didn't really want to do anything, or if you're watching this in the background, I would suggest taking like 5 minutes, do some push-ups, and just drink some water, and then think about it for a second. What am I grateful for today? And think about that until you've got a smile on your face that you cannot resist anymore. And then get back to work. Because that energy is a part of you. It's a part of you. It's so deep within you, like in a subconscious level. And you don't necessarily think about it all the time. But when you take some time to actually go into the box in your mind where that information is stored, you're going to remember. And it's going to feel great. I hope it does. I hope most of you guys do focus more on the positive rather than the negative. Because if you focus on the negative all the time, you're just going to end up becoming a nihilist, which is the polar opposite, which is not good. I know a couple people that are nihilists, and well, the only realistic thing I could say is that their lives are not good. They're fat, overweight, super unhealthy. They're extremely tired. They have sleep apnea. They have insomnia. They have fucking shit health conditions. All that garbage. Just because they're thinking all the time about the negative. Anxiety, world events, so-and-so became the president and fucking starting World War III. It's like, who cares? Doesn't fucking matter. What matters is the good things that you're going to focus on today. Take that into account when you're doing things. When you're learning from people, even if you were taught that someone was a bad person, like Elon Musk or Donald Trump or some like old person, like from the old times in history, like Genghis Khan or Mao Zedong or those kinds of people that weren't necessarily like branded as great people or like good people at all, and or even like people from like opposite societies or opposite empires to the one you were born in. Like if you were born in the UK or if you were born in the USA, you probably weren't taught as much history from other countries as you were taught about your own. So I would suggest learning about history. Is really cool. You get to learn about mistakes of other people in the past so you can learn from that. But the point is, you can take inspiration and learn from people. Literally anybody, even if they're a bad person, even if you think they're a shit person, you can take everything that they're doing and you can learn from that. Even if the person is bad or has wrong intentions, you can take a look at everything they're doing and you can learn from that. Okay, he's done this that way. He's cheated the system. Okay, why has he done this? Okay, he's clearly rigged the system in his favor so that he could make more money and he could be more influential and he could become the president and he could become so-and-so. Exactly. You can learn literally everything from anybody, even if they were a good or bad person. Doesn't matter. Usually you can learn more from bad people. I've noticed you can learn more from bad people because they do things that good people wouldn't do. And since I consider myself a just and good person, I'm probably not going to do what the bad people are doing on a regular basis, right? So at the end of the day, it's up to you. At the end of the day, everything is up to you. Would you rather choose to be positive, or would you rather choose to be negative? That goes the same for your own self-talk. The words you say, the words you think, the thoughts you put in your mind, the images, the feelings, everything is the same. You get to choose, and you get to choose today until you don't have any more brain cells. Until you get dementia or something like that, or like a brain tumor that just deletes your brain or something, I don't know. Until you get that, you are able to do literally anything and think about it in the way you want to think about it, which is a great thing in today's society, because we have the power of thought. We have the freedom to think whatever the fuck we want, which is great. And not being censored and talking about whatever we want. Just perfect. If I just look at all the positives that we have today, it's great. Now, keep in mind there's still negatives to everything. Like light and dark. Can't be light without dark. Can't be light without shadows. So yeah, I would just like for everybody to sit down and think about everything that they're grateful for, everything that you're going to think about positively today. What are you going to do? What are you going to get done? What are you going to stop procrastinating? What are you going to fucking sit down on a piece of paper and write down what it is you actually want to do, who it is you actually want to be, who it is you actually are grateful for being on this earth. And even if your parents are pieces of shit, you need to be grateful to them, because if it weren't for them, you wouldn't be here today. Think about that. I thought about the same when I was a kid. I was like, yeah, my parents are fucking annoying sometimes, da da da. And now that I've grown up, I've come to understand that it actually doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, they're both human beings. They both have their flaws and good traits to them. So, but at the end of the day, they were the people who birthed me onto the planet. So I'm grateful for that. I don't know about you guys. Like, you can hate your parents if you want, but that is your choice. I would prefer to love them for who they are, even if they have shit traits or shit characteristics, or they do bad habits, or they do a bunch of shit that I'm not necessarily agreeing with or want to do myself. That's fine. I would rather focus on the positive. The positive things go around and then comes around. So be positive. Just help people out. Just be a beacon of light in your own life. Just help the people out around you. Be helpful. Be valuable. Be great. Everybody should be great. People should be greater and should aspire to be greater than the person they were yesterday. If you always focus on being a better person tomorrow or today, I think everybody's lives will be drastically improved. If everybody had an amount of integrity, trust, and loyalty that was higher than the average person's today, and focused on that every day, just becoming a better person, I think nothing can go bad. Now, of course, there are going to be bad people. Of course. Can't be good people without bad people. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called good and bad. But I want you to take some time today, like I've mentioned multiple times already. Sit down. Think about it. How can I improve the lives of others around me? How can I be a beacon of light to the people I love and I want to be around? And how can I help them become better individuals by the simple fact that I'm a part of their life? Focus on that, and you'll see a lot of people start to give you opportunities. A lot of people start thinking about you. A lot of people start giving you advice, helping you out, because you are helping everybody out by being the best version of yourself. So I do hope everybody takes some time to think about that and actually put some actions down because I don't want you to be listening to these videos without taking any action afterwards. I do appreciate everybody that's watched until this point, all the way through to the end of the video. And yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. I'm happy to have a conversation in the comments. Answer any questions you guys might have. Give some advice if you need it. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you around.